Sean back here, Krusty Customs Garage. Behind me, as you can see, is McLuvin, our 79 Chevy Love. And let me just get out of the way here so you can just check out and scope out the magnificence that it is McLovin. Yeah, hasn't been out of the weeds there, also known as my garage, for like 2 months. I think I've owned this thing. I've driven it a total of 3 miles, and it's collected more shit in the back than it has miles on the road since I've owned it, unfortunately. Oh, there's Mr. Bob coming in. I don't know if you can see good old Bob there. Maybe. Hi, Bob. So today's objective is actually something a little bit different. We're going to be testing a product, and I'm going to give you a little update on McLovin because I have done quite a bit. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to do a quick little recap. Oh, it looks like my fresh battery that I just put in here is basically dead. Cut. All right, take 2. All right, guys, so real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I just wanted to give a little update and show you guys what has been done kind of off camera. So if you've been following this truck, you'll know that I got another truck, which was an old show truck, which had been wrecked. Yeah, it's a shame because it had a lot of really sweet stuff. It was built in the late 70s, early 80s for Truckin' Magazine, and I've since added the 4 headlight setup. My truck had the 2 headlights set up, so I've got the quad 5 3/4 headlights, and then just for gigs I put the hood on. The old yellow submarine, I guess that was the theming. I'm not really sure how that goes along with the Love pickup, but you know, people were doing shrooms and taking some pretty crazy shit back in these days. But you can see it's got some sweet louvers on it, and it had some awesome pinstriping. Excuse my phone, it's going crazy for some reason. Yeah, this vehicle was in a really bad accident. The passenger of the vehicle that this hood and a lot of other parts came from was actually in a pretty bad accident, and the passenger in that other truck ended up through the windshield and on the hood of this truck. And I was told, and I need to get this off of here, that is that gentleman's blood, along with maybe a little more over here. So yuck. Excellent. Anyway, so yeah, we added the headlights, we added the hood. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, I also got some Krager SSTs, 14s in the front and 15-inch deep dish balonies in the back. These tires themselves are very old, very rotten, and terrible. So since it's been sitting in the garage, oh, let's go back here anyway. If you haven't watched the other videos, that's the tailgate from the show truck, louvers. And I think it was a requirement of Truckin' Magazine back in the day that you had to put the word truckin' in a certain size on your truck for it to be a cover truck. So this one was on the cover of Truckin' Magazine, and I could use some help. I've been looking and scouring the internet. The wife's been helping too, trying to find anything about that article in that magazine. I don't know what year, I don't know what month, I know nothing. I have one pic of the truck in its glory, and that's it, unfortunately. So yeah, anyway, that's a quick update. So what we're going to do today actually is something a little bit different. So recently, the folks over at Harbor Freight, of course it says Grants, but we all know they have 80 different product lines at Harbor Freight, and they are really just Harbor Freight tools. This is their new handheld steam cleaner. I actually got a little while back, forgot I had it, so I figured I would do a quick little review on it. So this baby here, if you're familiar with steamers, they do just about everything. It comes with a bunch of really cool stuff. It has a long reach little flexi tool for getting into nooks and crannies. It's got like an upholstery piece. It's got a bunch of little scrubby brushes, little, I don't know, little narrow nozzle there, I guess, to focus power. It's got a funnel for filling it. it's got a little cup, so if it's empty, you fill it to that line, and you're off to the races. Not sure what that giant suspicious looking device is there. I'm not going to speculate. Yeah, so this baby is used for like sanitizing. It cuts through grease, grime, dirt, all this stuff. Yeah, it says it right there. While killing bacteria. Warms up pretty quick. It has all these accessories with it. Let's see if it says anything else interesting on the back. Oh, cool. Okay. So this says it has an 18.5-inch adjustable nozzle, which is that long piece we saw. Easy removable cap. My phone's ringing. Sorry about that. 11.5 ounces of water, 10-foot cord, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, there's a list of what it has. These babies, I think right now are selling on the Harbor Freights for about 40 bucks. All right, guys, so I went ahead and unboxed it, and I just wanted to bring you along. So yeah, exactly as promised. You got instructions. I got a little cup of water waiting to go in it. A little extendo nozzle. Your suspicious, sort of, don't read into that. Of course, the cap that screws on there. Got your little crevicey. Oh, it's a scraper. Sweet. So yeah, it's a little steamy scraper. A couple upholstery brushy bits, and then a guess one to like focus power. You got a little steamer brush type of thing. It's got like 5 little jets on it to spray. And then of course I think this little lunch lady hat looks like terry cloth. This goes over that, so you have like the whole Swiffer wet jet, but 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And then this is pretty cool. This is a little piece that, if I can do this one-handed, stay with me. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Has a little squeegee on the side here. Steam comes flying out of there, and I think that's a window squeegee. Sick. So anyway, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try to set you up here. Give me just a second. As usual, top quality production and preparation here at Krusty Customs Garage. Let me check my angle. Yes, we're gonna add water to the steamer. Oh, it's gonna take a while. All right, not too bad though. At least they give you the funnel. Without the funnel, the whole counter would be soaked. So like I said, there's a couple of lines on here. And what do they say? Give me a second. Can't read it. Okay, maximum 250 milliliters, and then there's a 100 milliliter line on there too. I don't know if you can see that, but I went to the 250 line, and it filled that up no problem. I'm going to tighten my cap. I'm going to plug it in. There should be a little indicator light that comes on here somewhere. Bring you with me. Come on. Let me say that again. There should be a little indicator light that comes on here somewhere. Oh, there it is, on the other side. Okay, so yeah, so there's a red light that says it's got power. And then there's this little, what looks like a downward fart symbol. So I think when that light's green, we're ready to steam. Almost a rhyme there. I'm a poet. I didn't know it, I guess. Whatever. So anyway, I think we're going to go with the suspicious sort of whatever device this is. So you just twist it on. It goes on nice and snug. Now we're ready to steam. So we'll pop back here in a second. Usually, I think it said it takes about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm not going to leave you here that long waiting for our green light to come on. So we'll be right back. This will be ready to go. I've got my 3 types of issues that a steamer could help with. We're going to test it on those, and I'll let you know if it gets the thumbs up or, you know, one of those downward farts, I guess. I guess that's supposed to be steam. I thought steam, you know, steam rises, right? Correct? Ooh, you can hear it. Hold on. Here, let me get in there. Can you guys hear that? It's working. Anyway, we're going to do some steaming when we get back. Guys, we are back. We've got the green light. So we are going to start test number 1. All right, so I've got my steamer down here. Excuse the echo chamber. We're, of course, inside the truck now. I have no headliner. That's some of the other updates. I found a big, huge rat's nest up in here. The headliner was nasty. You can see there's all kinds of like turds and everything. Gross. Anyway, that's not what we're here to steam, even though I probably will do that because it's shitty, literally. What I wanted to try to do, I took the pad off of my dash because it was busted in like 68 places. So I wanted to maybe try this steamer with this attachment or the little scraper attachment. So let's see if it fires first. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so yes, it does. Now I just want to see if this baby is gonna get that stuff off. These little scratches you see right here are just from a screwdriver, so it doesn't look like this stuff is stuck on here very, very well. So hopefully it comes off. Let's take a look. Whew, I gotta say, it looks like it might be working. It's getting a little lighter all over. But let's try down here a little bit. I think as it warms up, it's working a little better. But what I want to do first is try a different attachment. So let's do that. All right, so what I've got now is that wand attachment with the scraper. And we're going to try to blast some steam on it and scrape it at the same time. Now I'm going to have to start this. The trigger does have a lock, so I can... Oh, I thought it did. Shit. Well, okay, we're gonna have to try something a little different here. This thing is supposed to have a little lock on it. Give me 1 second. I'll let you look over there somewhere. Let's see here. So I kind of needed 2 hands to do that job, and you can see it did do a little bit. I think I'm just going to have to try a different method to get this off. This stuff is not on there that tough. It's not that stuck on. I just think a steamer is maybe not the place for it. So let's just skip ahead to the next test. Now I'm not going to keep these door panels because obviously they've seen better days, they have tape on them, yada yada yada. So I just want to see if the steamer will clean them up a little bit. Try a little bit on the paint too, why not? A little bit on the chrome, sure. Alright. And do I have any paper towels or anything in here to wipe that off with? No. Alright, so we gave that a little steam cleaning. Let's just give this a little wipe down here. I mean, it feels about 1,000 times cleaner. And you can see here where I hit it, there's like some, from where the hands were from all the years of the cranking. Clean this area up really nice, actually. So, well, you can see as it dries, boy, it really took, it's really faded there. You can see right where I stopped. I don't know if it took all the moisture out of the panel or what. Obviously I'm not using this panel, this is for test purposes only, but yeah, I mean, it's clean. I think you would have to go back through and try to use a little detailing product on there to clean that up, but I think I think it would come around pretty well. It definitely cleaned this area. This area looks beautiful. So this material, yes, this material kind of on the fence. So I've got one other test not related to a Chevy Love or vehicles specifically, but I think it's something that all of us have experienced. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're in the garage, and as you can see, all of my cars are oil leak free that I park in here. Obviously, it's the opposite of that. My old Rambler leaked like crazy. All old cars do. I think this Love is relatively leak free. Maybe. I'm seeing kind of a little bit of fresh right there. And right there. Okay. Anyway, what I'd like to do is see if this steamer will get rid of one of these stains, or at least lighten it up a little bit. So let's go right in here near this one. I can tell you one thing, having to hold down, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see. Sorry, I want to show you this. So I thought the lid was loose. I actually think that when it's under pressure, you cannot take this lid off. I think it's got something to like push up on it, or there's a little valve in there that keeps it from being tampered with, because this is pressurized, you know, from the steam. So pretty sweet. Let's keep going. All right, so just unplug this. There you see Mr. Bob. Hey, Bobbers. Bobbers. Say hi to everybody in YouTube land. Hi, Bob. Oh, yeah, I know. It's a tough life. This cat eats canned chicken bread. Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, I tell you. Anyway, back to the test. So, all right, right there is where we sprayed this. I'm just going to give it a little wipe so you can kind of see, maybe, maybe not. Anyway, this is going to have some practical use in your shop. I think it's going to be good for cleaning upholstery, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to do a bunch of different stuff with it just to see what happens. I wanted to give it a little test. I wanted to give you a quick overview of what's been happening with McLuvin there. And I think that's about it for this one. So plenty more to come. So I think just real quick, my overall impression of the Grant handheld steam cleaner. You know, the trigger here is, I don't know if you can lock it down. I think you can only lock it so it can't be pushed down, because there is a lock button there. I think it's more of a safety so you don't misfire than, see, I'm holding it down, I'm trying to lock it. It will not lock in a down position, which would be beneficial for having that going and using that long extension piece. So you could have like maybe two hands or a little more control of that extension piece. And this trigger, I'm just going to say, if you use this enough, if you hold that down for a minute, you're going to feel, like I'm already feeling it in my thumb. It is pretty freaking difficult to hold that baby down. So yeah, I think overall it's pretty nice. It heats up quick. Steam lasted a long time. I think it has a lot of practical use. I think with a little bit of practice, it would be pretty sweet. So I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight. In fact, I feel quite the opposite way about Harbor Freight than being sponsored, but some of their stuff is pretty damn good. So I think this is a product that I will use quite a bit. So I've never had one, and I forgot that I had it. So I'm definitely glad that I pulled it out of the mothballs and checked it out. So if you guys like this kind of content, I really like doing reviews. This is my first one, and I'm finding it very enjoyable. So if you guys like this, I'll keep reviewing. I've got plenty of things that I would love to try on this channel. Of course, they'd all be automotive based. Yeah, so let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe, guys. This is Sean with Krusty Customs Garage. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
That is an awesome ending!